Welcome back, everyone. This is the Paper Princess, and now we are doing pages 4 and 5 of Clockwise. 4 is real easy. It's just got 3 flaps. 5's got a little more going on. So I'm going to give you all these measurements now, and you can cut all of them before rejoining the video. So page 4, the A flap is 7 5/8 by 5 3/4. So that's 7 5/8 is 2 lines more than 7 1/2. B, 7 5/8 by 3. C is a pocket, 8 5/8 by 4 1/4. So that is 2 lines more than 8 1/2. Page 5. Okay, so our A flap is 7 7/8 by 4, and that's 2 lines before 8. B is 7 13/16 by 7 3/8. So that B flap, that's going to be 1 line more than 7 3/4, and 7 3/8 is 2 lines less than 7 1/2. C is 7 7/8 by 8 1/2, 2 lines before 8. D, you're going to cut 2 of them, 4 by 6 1/2. E is our pocket, so 8 5/8 by 4. That's 2 lines more than 8 1/2. And F is 7 5/8, which is 2 lines more than 7 1/2, by 4 7/8, which is 2 lines before 5. Okay, so we'll have those all cut, and we'll start scoring for page 4. We'll do page 4 all the way, and then we'll do page 5. So page 4, we're going to score this 1/2 inch with the 5 3/4 inch side facing the top. B, we're going to have the 3-inch side facing the top. These are all 1/2 inch, score lines, unless I say otherwise. And C is our pocket. So we're going to start with the longest side facing the top. All right, I'm going to set this aside, and we will tape these. Okay, so the tape always goes on the linen side, which is the bump is up. And again, I'm using black cardstock for my base and all the pockets, but if you wanted to use a different color, you could do that. Blue or brown would look nice with this album. Cut my corner here. Now let's bring down our second pocket page. This is our third page. Turn it over, page 4, and let's get working on that. So I have a top flap. All right, 5 3/4 inch side facing the top. Yikes, what did I do here? Okay, I am going to put this top flap right here. And yes, okay, so I'm going to turn page 4 upside down. I've got my 4 over here. Just needed to gather myself a second. And let's put this top flap down. All right, so I'm going to have a little bit of space to the left and right, and I'll bring it right to the edge of this pocket page. Okay. Now, our B flap is going to go right on top of here like this. Okay, and I am going to corner around this just with a little edge. I just want okay. All right, so I'm going to put my paperweight there. Okay, so I'm looking to the left and right, and I'm putting this B flap just so it lines up with our A flap, and I'll bring it right to the bottom. I'm feeling it with my fingernail right here. Okay, there we go. And now our pocket. So super easy on this page, but it looks nice. I like the way it looked. So we'll go a little more complicated on the next page. And right to the end, I'm going to leave a little bit of space to the left and right. Just so, here we go. And then this will come down like that. So what I'm going to do here, I've got to put 2 magnets here, and then either a big one in the middle or 2 smaller ones on the end. So I'm just going to use my little ones. All right, so there we go. And I'm going to put 2 right in the corner. Basically, I look at the paper first and see what kind of flap would go with it. And this one, this is what it has a clock on it. Looks really cool. So this layout worked really well for the paper that I chose for this page. And even though this album is made with this paper collection in mind, doesn't mean you can't use different paper collections. So what I'll do at the end of this video, I will let you know that I will post another tutorial using the same layout. I might change the order of the pages, and I'll just use a different paper collection just to give you, that magnet went flying, just to give you ideas of what you can do, what you can use it for. So I usually just look through all my collections and see what would go with this layout. Okay, and then I will put, let me see here real quick. Okay. this one, this is the one I gotta be careful. We wanna make sure that it lands on this pocket. I think I may have to move it. Let me just see real quick. All right, it's a little close to the edge. I can live with that. I may just, this one's okay, but this one's a little too close. I might just, if you notice that on yours, so I'm glad this happened. I'm just gonna move it. That's why I had that 4 1/4 inch. I mean, it's okay, it lands on the pocket. It's just that if it's too close to the edge and you put your design paper down, then you'll have like a little gap. So I should have mentioned that in the beginning to just watch for where it lands, but I can really easily move this, which is why I tell you to have some undo on hand. So you can change things around. Okay, so I'm gonna just, if I bring these closer to this edge, it'll land deeper into my pocket. So I wanna just move it a little further forward than what I had before. See, it's always the easy pages that give you trouble. Okay, so let me just try this again. If you don't like the placement, you can always just lift it up and try again. So let's go down and see how this works. Yes, that's a little better. I'm a little, here's the edge of my pocket. I'm a little further down. And about the same as my top. You just want a little bit of space there so that the design paper stays down. Okay, so there it is. Let me show you real quick what I did to decorate this, and then we will move on to page 5. So page, you'll get a little preview over here. But page 5, this, I have the, this is the back side of one of the blue papers. It's kind of grungy, but I really just wanted this clock right here. And this, I believe, was a leftover piece. So I put a photo map of a clock, and this was a leftover piece. So I just liked the way that looked right there. And so that goes down and lifts up. And this is, okay, so wait, that wasn't a leftover piece. Hold up, let me get in frame. This whole piece is one piece of the clock. And I laid this one down first and then put this one and then put a little pencil mark where it landed. So I have this is one piece of paper with this sticking up. And I just liked how that looked. Okay, this is the back side of one of the pages. It's like a stamped metal. Love that. This paper is the same. It's probably to one side of this paper because it's got the same background, so it just goes real nice. I used the time ephemera card, and I opened it up like that. This is the same as this paper. And we have this on our for our photo mat. For the pullout, I use the same clock. So this all ties in. And real simple, but it looks really nice.